Hello, everybody, and welcome to Press Play Productions, where Rider University students make their own original short films. I'm your host, Andrew Paniagua. Today, we will be talking about Inked, a short film about a disorganized college student falling for her desk neighbor when she can't find her pen. Here is Inked.
Oh, no. Not on the first day. You know, philosophy is gonna be like such a drag.
Hello everyone, welcome to Philosophy 101. Small class this semester. Alright, well I hope you all received the syllabus I emailed to you. Are there any questions regarding it? Excellent. Now I would like to get right into chapter 1. Also, I would like to mention that I don't allow any technology in this class. Phones, tablets, laptops, I don't want to see them. So, what is philosophy? Philosophy is the study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. What is the meaning of life? What is our purpose? What should I do with my work? Where is our society headed? What is love?
Thanks.
Most of us have these questions in our minds at some point, but we despair trying to answer them. Well, that's what we're going to do in this class. We do things out of habit and obligation or point of view. No such thing as an absolute truth. Alright, that's all for today. See you Wednesday.
Thanks for saving me.
No problem.
Alright, let's continue the lecture on chapter 1. We left off with the philosophical method of thinking. The philosophical method of thinking, also referred to as philosophical methodology, is the study of how to actually do philosophy. There's more than one method on how to do this, and many philosophers argue over what is the right way. Common features of the methods are a methodic doubt. Our philosophy begins in one and has sound statement of reasons. Alright, we'll stop here.
Thanks again.
No problem.
I promise I'm not just an unprepared idiot. It falls to the bottom.
Don't worry about it. Do you go through this in all your classes?
I'm allowed to use my laptop in all my other classes.
Why don't you just put it somewhere else, like your front compartment maybe?
I probably should, but I always just absentmindedly throw it in there. It's just a habit, I guess.
I get it. It's actually kind of cute. See you Friday.
Stated the greatest utility principle, which states that actions are right if they promote happiness and wrong if they produce the reverse of happiness. He also believed in the greatest happiness principle, which says that actions are right in proportion as they tend to promote happiness for the greatest number of people. However, this can be problematic because it all depends on our view of happiness. For example, if you hold the door open for somebody and they don't smile, how do you know if it's making them happy? Does that mean the act of holding the door open is bad? What do you guys think? Moving on to chapter 6. Nietzsche was a German philosopher who focused on the idea of truth. He believed in the idea of nihilism, which is the belief of purposelessness, that all higher values are impossible. Soren Kierkegaard focused on the idea of the crowd is untruth, meaning that people are more truthful, but that crowds are easy to manipulate and win over, and that man is too weak to stand against the crowd.
Mom, I can't get a job. I've already got so much on my plate. I don't have the time. I'll get one next semester. Mom!
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm here to apply to be a student tutor.
Alrighty. Just fill out this application and you'll be good to go. You can sit at that table right over there.
Thank you.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you could use this as well.
Why is it you always have the perfect timing?
Must be a superpower, I guess. I'm Iris, by the way.
Mia.
I see that your pen's more easily accessible now.
I had no choice. There was nobody in class to hand me one.
Yeah, I dropped philosophy. I switched my major so the class was no longer required.
Smart move.
You know, I have a lot more to offer than a stupid pen and a hair tie. Would you like to grab some coffee sometime?
I'd love to.
Joining me here as my guest today to talk a bit about the film is writer and director of Inked, Lauren Crisadoro, and actress Allie Coombs. I really love watching this film, guys, and I'm sure everyone else that got a chance to watch the film enjoyed it as well. I'm kind of wondering if you guys had as much fun making the film.
Yeah, definitely. I thought I had a blast.
Yeah, I have never done any kind of camera work before, but I just thought it was a really cool new experience to take advantage of, and every moment, even when we were doing, like, boring stuff, nothing was moving, it was still like cool to observe everybody in the environment.
How did you come up with the idea for this film? Can you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Well, it was winter break last year. I was sitting in my room and thinking, wow, I should really write something. And this is kind of just the idea that came into my head. It just started with the idea of somebody handing somebody else a pen, and I created the story around that.
Allie, this question's for you. Do you think at a certain point that Mia wasn't really forgetting her pen and that maybe it was more like she was looking for that interaction with Iris?
I definitely think her forgetting her pen was never on purpose. She's severely disorganized, not unlike me. But there definitely was a point where she would, half not actually look for the pen, just kind of wait for it. But I don't know if she was aware of what was going on, but she definitely liked the feeling that Iris was giving her, and she was kind of riding with it. So,
Lauren, I was kind of wondering why you chose to make both of the main characters female. I mean, was there any reasoning behind making the love story a gay love story?
Well, I actually originally wrote it between a guy and a girl. Iris was originally a guy named Chris, I think. I wrote about 2 scenes, and I read it over and thought, wow, this is really boring and generic, and like anybody could write this. So I played around with it and tried turning Iris into a girl, and I liked the story a lot better. I think it gave it a different dynamic.
What was your favorite scenes from the film? This question's for both of you.
I think being on set, the coolest thing is interacting with people. And so for me, Mia and Iris's first interaction, where Mia turns to her and says, "I promise I'm not an idiot."
I promise I'm not just an unprepared idiot.
That was so cute because it was finally, all this like built up tension was finally being released, and the energy was really good. And I liked it from an acting standpoint and, watching the characters.
My favorite scene was probably the montage. I actually had this whole long shot list for all the shots that I wanted to get, but for the montage, I kind of just figured I'd wing it. Basically, on the day of, I came up with the idea of just handing the pen and then smile, smile. And I really liked how that all came together, especially when I found the music for it. I really liked how that turned out.
Did you have something in particular that you wanted the audience to take away from this film?
I want the audience to know that just like you never know what life's going to throw at you, and there are always these little things that happen, so just enjoy them, I guess.
Thanks again to Lauren and Allie for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Exactly, thank you.
And thank you to all the viewers for joining us here on Press Play Productions, and be sure to tune in next time for more student-made original short films. See you soon.